All right, all right. Want to welcome everybody back again to Sports Fan Talk. I'm your humble host, Big G.
It's your boy, Raider Mike, in the house.
And the young architect back at it again, man.
Yeah, got another good week for y'all. You know, this week we're going to start it off with the NBA playoffs going down right now as we speak. We have Clippers taking a little lumping from the Suns. They were leading all first half, but now they're down 77-70. Had a couple of good games earlier, some good games yesterday. All right. Young architect, you in the loop, man. What you think about them games yesterday? You know, you got the Warriors lose, a couple of things going on.
I'm gonna start off with the one that was kind of surprising to me: the Knicks beating the Cavs. Man, the Knicks stole one in Cleveland. Man, you know, I wasn't really expecting the Knicks to put up much of a fight, just because they're the Knicks. To be completely honest, but hey.
Knicks are tough this year, though, man. Shit.
Yeah, I think the addition of Jalen Brunson really helped them.
Sure the hell did.
Julius Randle coming back from being injured, that helped out a lot. Because if you look at it, if you look at the box score and stuff, like Donovan Mitchell played a hell of a game. You know what I'm saying? Like he did basically everything that he could. But even Josh Hart, the addition to Josh Hart too. I forgot to mix that Josh Hart too.
Yeah,
him coming in, he had 17 and 10. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I bet you that was an unexpected surprise for them.
Oh, for sure. I think that one's gonna be a hell of a series. The other two games that happened yesterday, as far as let's see what else, the Nets and the 76ers. Embiid showed why he should be the MVP this year. Like that's how I feel about it. Obviously the Nets, they got there basically because of Kevin Durant and what he was doing at the beginning of the season. But good on them for doing what they got to do. James Harden, you know what I'm saying, 23 and 13. He actually playing defense. I like to see that. He's kind of looking like how he was in Houston a little bit. You know what I'm saying? With the addition of playing a little more defense, you know what I'm saying, since he doesn't have to use so much of his energy on the offensive side. What else? Oh, J. Cole, Tobias Harris dropping 21. I think Philly's gonna win this series comfortably. I think Brooklyn may still won, but I don't think it's gonna, I don't think it's gonna go any further than 5 games. I think the Sixers could possibly sweep.
Yeah.
Boston, that game, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch it because I was like, Boston's gonna win that game. Like I was like, it's the Hawks. The Hawks they've been kind of inconsistent later half of the year. You know what I mean? Especially them just coming out talking about possibly trading Trae Young. Like they don't know what's going on right now. They just happen to be there. And then my Warriors, man. I watched that game real close. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm a big Warriors fan, but the thing that happened, the thing that I was afraid of happening happened, and that was Malik Monk getting hot. Because even if you look back when Malik Monk was in college, when he went to Kentucky, if he got hot, nobody could stop him. You know what I mean? I think there was a stretch there back in college when he was averaging like 40 a game or something like that. But this is definitely going to be a good series. De'Aaron Fox showed up and showed out in the fourth quarter like he has been all season. The Warriors made a couple of mistakes. I was joking with some of my homies talking about that wide open 3 that Andrew Wiggins missed looked like Harrison Barnes back in 2015.
Yeah.
But overall, man, I think this is going to be a hell of a series, man. De'Aaron Fox is exactly what I thought he would be coming out of college. He just needed a good coach, and Mike Brown is definitely coach of the year. But yeah, this is going to be a good series. I can see it going 7 games, and hopefully the Warriors can still win. Still one of them at home, or still one of them in Sacramento. The next game, that is. But yeah, and then we can go ahead. Y'all can go ahead. So we can go. I don't want to talk about today until we go.
We'll let Raider Mike get in on the Saturday games too. What was your takeaway?
Well, shit, my takeaway, I'm really I've seen the Warriors. Seen some highlights of the Warriors game, highlights of the Knicks game. I've seen the Warriors. They just came up a little short, but I mean, you figure Sacramento was at home. De'Aaron Fox, yeah, he was balling. He had 38 points. Curry had 30. But I think the Warriors would be fine. I mean, because their defense was a little better this game, but it's just that De'Aaron Fox was tearing them up. He was getting getting his, but I think in a like I said, I just find it very, very hard to pick Sacramento in a 7-game series against the Warriors once the Warriors is going to figure them out, how to stop Fox, and I think, he did play good. The Warriors only lost by 3 points. I mean, it's not a big deal. They were in sack, but I think all in all, the Warriors will be fine. And I'm just looking at what I've seen, and with Wiggins coming back in his first game, he looked pretty good still. I mean, just think when he get his legs all the way up under him,
Mm-hmm.
that's what's going to be scary, and because his defense. I mean, excellent defender. Excellent defender. Can score. Can drive to the basket. He can, he can hit his own shot. Too. So I think the Warriors that one, and then the Knicks. Brunson. What did Brunson go for? I think it was 27. That's
27.
27. That's what I thought. And Randall had 19. Coming back from the ankle injury or whatever, and the Knicks looked pretty good. And then, like you said, Josh Hart was a former Laker, right? Was he a Laker too? I think everyone for the Lakers is playing well. Not that we're not playing well right now, but anyway, that's what I get out of that. And then that's about it I seen on Saturday. Now the Lakers don't even know we went today, so
we'll get into that after I get my little
I know that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Let's go on ahead.
Yeah, but my Saturday takeaway, man. I think you hit that Philly series on the head. I don't think the Philly series would be much of a series because the Nets, the only reason they even got a seed that decent was because of Durant earlier this year. So count them out. Embiid was putting in work. Harden was putting in work. So they look good. Celtics, same thing. That series, it should be a 4-0 sweep. Celtics should take care of business. The Hawks, like you said, they were talking about Trae Young's future, for a little portion of the game. So that lets you know where that team is at. They're not there. And then the Cavaliers and Knicks, that's going to be a damn good series, man. And that was a surprise. Now, the Knicks have been, the Knicks been putting in work all year. They've been decent, but you figure in the playoffs time, that little pumpkin might reappear. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, they play good defense, man. In the NBA, if you hold a team under 100 points, man, you're playing good defense. So Cleveland, besides Mitchell, Garland didn't really do much. He had 17, but he didn't do much, man. So I give it up to the Knicks, man. I'm sure that Jason Hart, 17 points, is a nice addition off the bench that they probably wasn't expecting. Then we get to the now Warriors, man. I'm not discouraged by the first game. You look at it like this. They left a lot of meat on the bone. They did not play a great game. They played a good first half. Give them that. But you would think, though, a team that plays the first half like they played, experience they have, and how the Warriors usually the third quarter is the quarter they use to thump teams. They don't have that same explosive firepower right now. But I did watch Draymond's podcast, and he was saying what I was thinking. Basically, like they left a lot on the table, and they feel good as you can feel as an 0-1 team going into game 2. Sack played as well as you can get. I can't see Malik Monk going for 32 a game, off the bench. Not going to happen. De'Aaron Fox, he is the number 1 player in the NBA in fourth quarter efficiency scoring. So he's going to get his, and they know that. But, Thompson only hit 21. Curry got 30. And then Poole, we're going to need more for him. 17 points, that ain't going to be enough. You're going to give me about 21, 22. You know what I mean? So I feel encouraged going in. The thing is, you only need one. The road team just need to snatch one. You know, Sac had all the momentum in the world. You know, first playoff game, 16 years. They're at home, fiery crowd, and the Warriors had a chance to win it at the end of the game. You know, people forget when he shot that three, the Warriors were only down by one. I thought Clay was going to go in and just shoot the layup, but he kicked it out for the three. Now, if that was Curry, I'd have felt a lot more comfortable. But, you know, Wiggins, I know it's got to be a lot of pressure. First game back, try to make that, you know, it's all good. Going into game two, I think we'll be fine, man. We'll be fine. Now, let's jump into these here Sunday games. Raider Mike, I know you was ready, nice and eager to talk about your boys, man.
Well, you know, I really didn't. I'm just saying I wasn't surprised that we were going to win this game. They've been in Ja Morant, but he got hurt, didn't play in the second half.
What happened to him?
He fell on his wrist real bad. The wrist that he injured. He went up for a dunk on AD, and he landed on his wrist like this. Man, it was pretty bad.
Oh well, if he don't play, I don't know. They still play pretty good without him, but I think with the Lakers possess them big.
You remember they played good without him when they had Steven Adams, but they ain't got Steven Adams.
That's what I'm saying. They had a big. Without a big, that it'll be a short series. If he can't play, and they don't have a big to stop Anthony Davis down there, it's going to be a 4-1 series. I mean,
they got Jackson, but they, you know.
Yeah, but Jared Jackson.
He fouls out a lot, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, we're going to foul him out. So that's okay. We just keep going down low and get him out there. Get him up out of there. And then who is their rim protector after that?
Ain't got one.
That's what I'm saying. So I was impressed, but I wasn't surprised because I felt that we were a bad matchup for them. For the simple fact they don't have a big and we do. And we have a couple of them, you know. And I think that we're going to go to town on them. You know, that's how I feel about that game. But then I didn't see the what is Phoenix game. I see that Phoenix is winning, but I've been watching.
Tied up right now, 81-81. Going into the fourth.
Well, I don't know if the Phoenix get their stuff together, they could win this series. But I don't know. It's gonna go 7. That series gonna go 7.
About to say, don't count the claw out. The claw up in there.
No, that's what I'm not counting them out. That's what I'm saying. Clippers have been playing together a little bit longer. Westbrook been playing with them a little longer, and they got their little, you know, they got it down. You know, they play. The chemistry is good. So
man, I wish Paul George was playing though, man.
Yeah, if Paul George was playing, damn, it would be out of been rough.
It'd be different.
It'd be a whole different ball game. I would take Phoenix most definitely. I mean, not Phoenix, but I would take the Clippers if Paul George is playing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all. I mean,
okay. Architect, what you got on Sunday? Oh, actually, too, Raider Mike, what do you think about the game coming up, man? Got one more game at 7:30.
Oh yeah, Nuggets and the Timberwolves.
Nuggets and the Wolves.
Oh dang, that game! I forgot all about that. Well, I'm going to take.
7:30.
I want to see Timberwolves win it, but but the Timberwolves got them 2 bigs. I mean, that's what's going to be important if them 2 bigs can score.
Yeah,
that's why because what's that? The Nicolio,
Nicolio?
Yeah, Joker. Call them the Joker, whatever they call. Jokers better be wild because if they not, they gonna get former plowed.
Yeah, I was about to say
they got
Minnesota. They match up. They can match up.
That's what I'm saying. Minnesota matches up. It's not a good matchup to me because they don't match. Minnesota got them bigs.
Yeah.
And they got skilled bigs. Gobert is a putback basket and dunk and block shots and rebound, but he can't. There's a rim protector. Yeah. And then you got the Karl Anthony Towns dude. He's skilled. So and whoever if Joker have to guard him, he might. He's gonna be in foul trouble. Messing around with Towns. You know what I'm saying? Messing with Towns, he can get in foul trouble if that's who we gonna guard. But they hide him in their defense. You know.
Yeah.
He's hitting in their defense. You gotta make him play defense. Slow him down on offense. To slow him down on offense, make him play defense. I'm gonna take the Nuggets because they are the number 1 seed, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Timberwolves steal one from them today.
Yeah, I mean, shit, they do have Anthony Edwards, man. Shit.
And that's what I'm saying, Greg. They got way more. They got more athletes. I mean, you got Murray, but who else do they got athletic besides Murray?
Well, Mike. Besides Murray, who's that? Is Page or still on them?
Michael Porter Jr. They got him.
Yeah, they got Michael.
That boy. He damn near like Anthony Davis. Boy, he one tweaked ankle.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll take. I mean, but Anthony Edwards will be this series. He's gonna be the difference maker because he can go ahead and create and get his own shot.
And Mike Conley too.
And damn, Mike Conley was killing him on Friday. I was watching that game. Matter of fact, I watched that Wolves game and they mauled down the Thunder though. They got him. But I like the Thunder though. They got a nice group of young players. But yeah, that's all I'm saying. That's it. I won't be surprised if Timberwolves still win tonight.
Okay. Architect.
Yeah, man. Lakers game. It was kind of. I wanted the Lakers to win this one. I was like, they need to steal one in Memphis to kind of set the tone. It kind of scared me for a second when I saw AD and he said he couldn't move his arm. But whatever they did, they shot him up, rubbed some oil on him, whatever. Did a little witch prayer, whatever. They got him back in the game.
They gave him that Brian Anderson cream, that dream cream. Put it on his arm.
Hey, man. Big ups to the acquisitions they made, and I'm talking Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves because they combined for like 52 points or something.
Oh yeah, Hachimura got off. Shit.
Yeah, and Austin Reeves had 14 in the fourth. He was running down the court talking about him. I love to see that kind of basketball. It's unfortunate to see that Ja got hurt. I don't know how effective he's going to be in this series with that injured wrist. Because I mean, and if I'm not mistaken, it's his shooting hand. If it's a shooting hand and his wrist is messed up, man, I think he's going to be much more of a decoy than anything else. But good team basketball from the Lakers. LeBron did his thing, 21-11. We kind of we already know at this point in time that like the Lakers are going to go as far as Anthony Davis takes them. You know what I'm saying? LeBron is more so like the facilitator, but good all around ball from everybody. Hopefully, Ja can come back and they can make it some type of a series. Feel like Miami only won because Giannis got hurt. If I'm being completely honest, don't get me wrong. Jimmy Butler dropped 35. Bam, he actually stepped up. Had 22. And they were hitting their shots. Another unfortunate, Tyler Hero, he's out for the series. He might be out for the playoffs because he broke his hand.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? But I this is kind of like how I had the Celtics. I think the Celtics and the Nets, actually. I think from here on out, I think the Bucks are going to clear them out in five games.
Think
just
so?
because
About Antetokounmpo, he got hurt.
That's what I'm saying. That's it, and that's where I was going to bring in. Like, if Giannis comes back, you know what I mean. I know he hurt his back, but I don't know. I don't know how severe the injury is right now. But if Giannis comes back, he's healthy, playing like Giannis. I think the Bucks can get it done. But if Giannis doesn't come back, this is going to be a series, and I can see Miami winning this one in 7. What else? Who else played today? The Clippers and the Clippers. Yeah, Clippers and the Suns. Hey, man, Kevin Durant had a donut. Yeah, Kevin Durant had a donut in the first quarter, but after that, he was like, I'm Kevin Durant. You know what I mean? Like, he's been getting to his spots, hitting his shots. He's flirting with a triple-double right now. I think Kevin Durant, he is that X factor. You know what I'm saying? Devin Booker, he also doing his thing. I'm sure I'm gonna be seeing a lot of Phoenix Suns jerseys out and about. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I think this is going to be a 7-game series. If Paul George, if Paul George is healthy and playing, I would take the Clippers. But simply because Paul George is hurt, and he said he is probably going to try and make a push for the semifinals. You know what I mean? I would probably lean towards the Suns for this one in 7. And then lastly, I'll go Timberwolves and the Nuggets. I think people are going to be more so surprised at the Timberwolves. I think they're going to make this a series. I don't think the Nuggets are going to have it as easy as I've heard people talking. Um, Granted, yeah, they got Jokic, they got MPJ, they got Jamal Murray, but I think as far as an all around team, including depth, I think the Timberwolves kind of got them there, and I think Carl Anthony Towns and a little bit of Rudy Gobert, they're gonna make Jokic play defense, and we all know Jokic's defense isn't his strong suit, so I think this will be a good series. I can honestly. I can honestly see this going 7. But if the Timberwolves win tonight, I'd take the Timberwolves in 6.
Hmm. Yeah, you got the Wolves, huh? Coming up out of there,
Yeah.
huh?
Yep.
All right. Let's see. I don't know. I ain't got much on this one. That I was surprised the Lakers handled Memphis so easily. I knew that would be a tough series, but I think if Morant, if he's hurt, if he don't come back, that's a wash, man. I mean, I know, like we said last year, they played damn near better without Morant, but that was with Steven Adams, so I don't see that happening this year. Lakers, I think y'all, hey, sometimes it takes skill, it takes a little bit of luck, you know what I'm saying, and a little bit of war of attrition, staying healthy. So y'all got
Yep.
step one. Step one is in the dough, you know. Loving this game. That's why I keep peeking back, man. Freaking, this was back and forth. Clippers and Suns. That's going to be a nip tuck series. I like that. Wish Paul George is there. And then the Bucks, man, they didn't look cool without Antetokounmpo, man. If he don't come back, I see Miami winning at 6. You know what I mean? I don't see the Bucks winning without the freak, man. You know, as far as tonight, I think Denver, just war of attrition. You know what I mean? They'll beat Minnesota. Minnesota makes a lot of dumb mistakes in games, man. If they played like with a bit more maturity, didn't turn the ball over as much, I think they would be a lot better team. There's something missing with them. They have talent, but I think they need a real floor general, man. I mean, I know they have
You don't like Conley?
like him, but not necessarily something missing in his game too. I don't know what it is. I mean, he can put up numbers, he'll hit big shots and stuff, but there's something missing. I can't put my finger on it right now. But I mean, even with that, they're starting 5, they're cool. Once you start getting deeper and going into the bench, they tail off. So, I think Denver will probably win that in 6. But right now, we're going to keep it pushing. We're going to move along, man, to the next topic. And where are we going to go to? Let's step off basketball for a minute and we'll come back. Let's go to the top 5 prospects in the NFL draft because we have the draft coming up on the 27th. Today's the 16th. So right around the corner, it's going to be some futures being made. And it's going to be some sad picks that's going to ruin some franchises. Just got to hope you're on a winning end. Raider Mike, man. Who's the top 5 prospects coming in this draft, man? That's going to make a difference for somebody.
Well, I got to go with the number 1. And it's not just saying it's a safe pick, but I think Bryce Young is the number 1. And why? Because he got all the intangibles. He gets the ball out quick. He makes good decisions with the ball. He can make all the throws. He can run if he have to. He can run. The boy can read defenses and he can hang in that pocket. I mean, he's small. I mean, he might not be as tall as the other ones. They have to drop back an extra couple of yards. But I like him. I think Bryce Young, that's one. That's one. Number 2 is the other quarterback, CJ Stroud. Same type of, just a bigger quarterback. It just depends who's going number 1, the bigger quarterback, or you want the one that's going to be the ultimate quarterback, which is I just really have that. I really like Bryce Young. I like Stroud too, but Stroud gets the ball out quick. He can make all the throws. He can run. He has all the intangibles. He's very accurate. And he can throw the deep ball. Most definitely can throw the deep ball. We've seen him throw it in college. He can throw the deep ball, and he can read defenses. But I just think that offense that they came from is not like a pro style offense. And offense that Young came from pro style, Bryce Young, from Alabama. So that's my number 2. Number 3 is a linebacker out of Alabama, Will Anderson, the edge rusher. Dude can play the run. He can get after the quarterback. He's just the ultimate game wrecker. I mean, if you watched him at Alabama, what he did, I mean, I didn't even, I really didn't like Alabama, but then after I started watching him, I started kind of liking Alabama a little bit. I was kind of hoping they'd win some 2 games, I really did. I mean, I really was was against Alabama because they got all of the damn top talent go there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think he's the 3rd, Will Anderson. And then number 4, you might not believe this, but the number 4, well, I really need to flip-flop these. Let me flip-flop these because I got them wrong. Is Bijan Robinson, the running back. He's gonna be the only running back picked in the 1st round, I'm sure. By either I don't know who, the Buffalo, maybe. I don't know if the Cowboys got their hands on him and had Pollard. That's gonna be that's gonna be some steam, some steamboats coming. If Dallas can work that and get him, man, because he can do everything. He can catch, he can run. I mean, he can block. I mean, he does everything good. He's by far this high over those other running backs. He's just not even close. I mean, except for the running back from Alabama, the Jamar, what is it?
Gibbs.
Yeah. Gibson dude or whatever. That dude. I mean, but I got to get it. There's all the 5 of those running backs would be good, though. But he's just the number 1. And I think he's the 4th. Number 5. And why? Then I know, Greg, you might not agree with this, but whatever team drafts Anthony Richardson, if he sits, no, let me finish. If he sits for a year or 2, he cannot be I mean, you know what I'm saying? Give him 2 years to sit and learn. This guy, I think if he's come along slow, I think he's gonna be a game wrecker. I mean, this dude can run, he could throw. I know he didn't have a whole bunch of experience over at, playing for Florida, but I got a good feeling about this dude. For some reason, he can make all the throws. He's tough, he's powerful. I mean, if you look at it, he's the most, I'm not gonna say he's not the ready, but he's the most physical specimen in this draft. I mean, as far as quarterbacks go, I mean, he's the ultimate quarterback physical specimen. And you have to agree with me on that part. I mean, talking about the physical specimen, if you can get it out of him, you know what I'm saying? Give him 2 years.
He is the Mr. Olympia of quarterbacks. I'll give him that.
Mr. Olympia.
No, but what I'm trying to say is, you know where I want him to go. So you know where I'm going with. So I'm not going to say it, but we already got.
You want the Raiders to draft him?
Hey,
let me tell you why. No, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
I need a drink.
Listen, why? Because he won't have to play for 2 years. He won't have to play, Greg. We can develop him. That's what I'm saying. If you want to have a project player to develop, that's the guy I want to develop. I don't want to develop nobody else. But that's the guy, if we could get him. We got Garoppolo locked in for 2 or 3 years. He only going to get 2. He going to come right in on the 3rd year. So I know that's not going to happen, but I'm just saying. I'll have him over. Would you take him or Will Levis? Which one?
I ain't taking either one of them motherfuckers.
I'll tell you who I'll take over both of them.
I'll take Richardson. You know what I'm saying? I think that because the ceiling is so high for Richardson, if he's able to sit behind the Raiders and learn that offense, I'm just saying he's going to be the next Cam Newton or similar to Cam Newton. So that's well, I'm gonna go. We gotta go with that because I'm gonna go. He's gonna be as good as he might not.
So he's MVP caliber then, right?
Not right now, Greg.
Cam Newton came out of college with a national championship.
But listen, Gregory, he's a work in progress. Once he get through the work progress thing, Gregory, you're gonna say Michael was right.
I don't know, bro.
That's my. I mean, that's my.
I don't know if he had a 500 record in college, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Florida, Greg, who took all of the players from the Florida and the Miami?
What's it called? Pat Mahomes.
Who took all the players? Miami, Clemson, Ohio State. They took all of the Florida boys. Come on, Greg. Now you know they would have been way. Come on.
All right, man. Hey, you
Come
know,
on.
hey, that's your choice. You like it. I
Well,
love it,
Gregory,
man.
That's what, no, I like my picks. I feel very strong about that. But what I'm trying to tell you, Greg, my Alabama done took all the Florida players. Now come on. All the players that used to go to Florida, that used to go to Miami, they ain't going there no more. Come
I'll
on,
tell
man.
you what, man.
Now,
I would take Hendon Hooker over him. I would take
I would too,
I take Jake Haener over him.
but he gonna be gone. But he gonna be gone. He didn't Hooker. You didn't hear me say that before. That before he got this injury, I said the Raiders should draft Hendon Hooker. I know now it's still maybe a steal to grab him in the second round. If we don't go quarterback first round, we get the D tackle or you get a cornerback.
Oh, okay. So that's your top, huh?
That was my five.
Architect, give me 5, man. Give me 5.
My 1 and 2 are interchangeable, CJ Stroud or Bryce Young. And quite honestly, the only thing it comes down to is, do you want a taller quarterback or not? I think those two are the clear-cut top picks, top choices that should go. My number 3, I got Hendon Hooker. Regardless of whether he had in that injury, I think Hendon Hooker is the 3rd best quarterback in this draft. And that's crazy. You got 3 brothers. You got 3
He's a damn
brothers.
good hooker.
You know what I'm saying? You got 3 brothers who playing quarterback, you know what I'm saying? And they all really good. Honestly, I feel like if Hendon Hooker didn't get hurt, he possibly could have gone top 3, top 4, top 5. You know what I'm saying? For me, number 4, I got Bijan Robinson. I'm a Raider, Mike. I would love to see Bijan running behind Dallas offensive line. I honestly would. I think that would be smart on Dallas, especially, they don't have Zeke anymore. They got Tony Pollard. They need another running back because Tony Pollard isn't a bell cow. And then my number 5, man, is the man in all the trouble. Mr. Jalen Carter.
Jalen, I was gonna put him up there, but the thing is, they trying to, because of that drag racing to kill somebody.
Yeah, I understand that completely. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I think as far as you need an interior defensive lineman, I think he is the guy. He is the one for you. You know what I'm saying? I think Jalen Carter very much can be that next dominant D tackle in the league who we talk about for the next, 5, 6, 7 years, however long. I think that right there, that's my top 5. I honestly, if I was the Raiders, I would try and get Hendon Hooker in the second round.
That's what I was thinking.
I wouldn't stress, but it's looking more like it now that Hendon might end up sliding in the first. So who knows? But yeah, I think those three QBs at the top, Bijan and Jalen Carter, those are my top 5 for sure. Okay, I feel like if this is still a run dominant league, Bijan would probably go top 5 for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy. Me and Raider Mike, we had our top 4 is the same. You know what I'm saying? I had Bryce 1, CJ 2, Will Anderson 3, Bijan 4, but I didn't jump off the cliff like Raider Mike did on that 5th one. You know what I'm saying? I went with my man Jalen Carter. I mean, the off the field stuff that'll be fixed. I mean, he didn't kill the person. It's bad someone lost their life and all that. He didn't do it, but it was irresponsible of him to be in a situation to where he was involved at all. Drag racing and all that stuff. But, I look at that's some young dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and with maturity and how much the money factor is going to come in and all that, I think he'll be okay, because I'm more concerned with people who have habitual behavior when they go to the league. They're always getting caught with weed, or if they always got domestic incidents or things of that nature, then to me, that's a red flag. But somebody who gets caught up in something like this, it seems more like a one-time, you're lucky you got away and nothing serious happened type of situation. So I think he'd be fine. Although he did show up, he's out of shape, didn't finish the drills.
Yeah, I know what that play.
He didn't take any interviews with any teams.
Grimace. That fool was looking like Grimace at the pro day.
You know what I'm saying? but that's fixable stuff. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he could
Like,
lose the weight, but he had a little bit too many McDonald Land cookies.
yeah, I mean, and that could be, God dang, you know, that could be part of depression with dealing with this situation and not knowing how to handle it correctly. You know, cat, you know, just got to eating them burgers. You know what I'm saying? But I'm with y'all. I wish the Cowboys could get Bijan, but I think either the Cardinals, Seahawks, Falcons, or the Bears. One of them mugs is gonna take.
Seahawks got a little. Seahawks got a cool little running back tandem. They got
Yeah,
Kenneth
okay.
Walker and
So
they're
it's
not
right,
going
it's
to
right.
get
So let's throw them out. But the Cards, Falcons, and Bears, I can see one of them, maybe.
Yeah, but
And
not at number 3, y'all.
Cowboys, though, who I have my eye on for them at running back. My man out for UCLA. Nah, my man for UCLA, man. Oh, Zach Charbonnet. Oh, Charbonnet, man. 6'2", 220. Be running that rock, man. He is decent. And then the dude you talked about too, G, dude just said Jahmyr Gibbs from Bama.
From Bama. Yeah, from Bama.
Hey, there's a couple of good running backs out there.
No, they got all of them running backs. Is 5 good running backs in the draft.
Yeah, so they can get somebody if they don't mess it up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Speaking of overweight and looking like Grimace.
Oh, real quick. The last thing I got on the draft, I thought this was funny. They said I saw this about Stetson Bennett. Talking about now he's about to go. They talking about he gonna be undrafted.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. He was playing with the most talent in college. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
That dude gonna be selling encyclopedias. You know what I'm saying? He'll be on.
I never thought he would be. I never thought he'd go in the first 2 rounds, but I was like, man, now he's like basically falling off of everybody's draft board.
The best thing that could have happened to him was watching all those quarterbacks getting injured in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because now teams are looking at, because remember, for the longest, teams always carried 3 quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. But then teams started carrying 2. That became the wave. Everybody's like, oh, it needs a starter and a backup. But now teams might start going back to 3rd string again because, you know, Niners had to play McCaffrey at quarterback against the Eagles and shit, man. So teams going to start rethinking, like, need a little 3rd string. So we'll see how that works for old Stetson, man. But next up, like I said, speaking of looking like Grimace after eating some burgers, I'll talk about my man Zion Williamson, man. This dude, is he eating his way out the league or what, man? What's going on, Architect? What's going on with your man?
And you know, it's funny. Coming out of Duke, even though they didn't produce like a championship like everybody thought, I still thought Zion was going to be a hell of a player. You know, he's never played. I think he's only played more than 50% of his games once since he joined the NBA, and he could have played in the play-in. He even said, like, I'm healthy.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of feeling like Zion. What the hell does that even mean? You was dunking, doing 360s in the damn warm-up.
360, he's doing windmill, 360 windmills.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dog. Like, I feel like, you know, New Orleans needs to get rid of him because I feel like it's new at this point. He in the city where they basically got the best food in America. You know what I'm saying? He need to go somewhere. Where everybody's like vegan or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. The Pelicans staked a lot on drafting Zion, getting rid of Anthony Davis, although he didn't want to be there. All this stuff, putting pieces around that, you know, that would complement him, looking like a Brandon Ingram, like a CJ McCollum. You know what I mean? Like, even what's that little dude that I like? Jose Alvarez.
Yeah.
Alvarado. Yeah,
they
like,
got a
you know
squad,
what I'm saying?
Man.
They got
really
a nice little squad.
Jordy.
I feel like at this point, man, like, I don't think Zion loves basketball. At least that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm looking at. You know what I mean? Because you can sit there in warm-ups to get the highlight. Oh yeah, you see me dunking, doing all this. But bro, you sitting on the sideline and you know what I'm saying, in your street clothes, not wanting to help your team potentially get to the playoffs. What sense does that even make?
Yeah,
I don't know, man. For me, I kind of wash my hands, man. Because like as a fan, as a fan, like as someone who's played basketball, like bro, like you could give me that talent, and I promise you, you know what I'm saying. I'm sure there are guys who would wish they had the athleticism that Zion had, and fucking they'd be like, "Oh, I'd do way more with it than what he's doing." He's not even playing worth his contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like New Orleans. I feel like New Orleans should kind of wash their hands instead of wishing and hoping, because at this point you're a professional. If you wanted to play, you would. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I don't know. So, Raider Mike, man, what do you think, bro?
I just think he wants out of New Orleans. I don't think he ever wanted to be drafted there. Even though he tried to say he would go there, he never wanted to be there. And you could see it. He don't want to be there. He wanted to be somewhere elsewhere. And it just, I mean, because where's the commitment? I mean, you over there doing windmill dunks and eating beignets, and, you know, I don't know. I like him as a player. I mean, he's good when he's playing. When he's been on the floor, he has been productive for them. But I just think that he just trying to get them to trade him. I really do. I don't think that he wants to be there, because if he did, he would have played. He could have healed in the summer, you know, if they made the playoffs, or if they didn't, or they just went out. You know what I'm saying? So to me, yeah, that's what I think. And yeah, it is bad that he did go to the food place with all the good, with the best food in America. And I will second that. I've been there 3 times, and I can tell you can get some good food there. In the dang liquor store, you get a good poor boy sandwich. So I know he didn't went in a couple of stores and got the poor boy sandwich. But I'm serious though. If I'm telling you, you got to go there, Big G. You got to go there. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm paying attention. It's the last seconds.
Oh, say what?
Paying attention. It's the last seconds. Clippers up 109, 108, and it's 26.8 seconds left. Going down, Jack. Well, yeah, it's going down, Jack.
I see it. Who got the ball though?
Clippers do.
I'm not gonna see it from here.
I don't know, man, but I think, man, this dude, I think his stepfather has a lot to say what's going on in his inner circle. And I think, man, he got his inner circle isn't that tight. You know what I'm saying? Because, bruh, if you my son and you 6'7" and 285 pounds, and they say you need to be around 250 so you can maximize and, you know, not put as much pressure on your knees and be busting out of tennis shoes when you freaking dunking and shit, I'm gonna make it happen, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn where we are. We can do, I'd be like, hey, man, you get a cheat day. You can do the beignets and gumbo and shit once every 2 weeks. Other than that, man, you about to eat some kale chips, some damn salad, some, no, we go, bruh, it's too much on the line. It's hundreds of millions of dollars on the line. And he can eat his way out of there, but I think there's a bunch of things going on. Like you said, Raider Mike, I believe he is trying to get out of New Orleans. For what reason, I don't know. They got a squad.
That's what I'm saying. They got a good team they built around him. Why wouldn't you want to be there?
Yeah, if he had any basketball sense, because the thing is, you get more endorsements when you're a winner. You know what I'm saying? When you fucking around and you losing games and you want to go to an organization just to be there, all that shit, man, that come on, man, the endorsements don't come from that. You win some playoff games, some championships, you're going to be all over the place. You're going to be on, I just seen, what's the motherfucking name? Lil Baby on the damn,
Axe commercial. He's an Axe commercial.
That's what I'm saying. He got an Axe commercial, man, a rapper. You know what I mean? Like, just keep, all you got to do, just keep winning, man. No, and they want him to be the face of the league. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But they want the slimmed out chisel face. They don't want that round mound of rebound face. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that brother, he'll get it because it's all there for him. But man, that diet is a mug, man. It's serious business. You know, LeBron James spent $1 million a year for fitness and nutrition and shit, taking care of his body. So
Russ hitting free throws.
Uh-oh. Oh, we got a bomber over there. Yeah, but hopefully that man Zion get it together, man. And we shall see. Next up, we're gonna roll it into conspiracy theory or just a low down rotten tragedy, man, when it comes to Dwayne Haskins. Now, just came out this week, his family filed a lawsuit claiming that he was drugged, blackmailed, and robbed. Now they list 4 individuals, 2 restaurants, a golf driving range, and a hotel as defendants in the conspiracy to kill the man. You know, he was killed on April 9th last year, and he's hit by a dump truck while walking across the freeway trying to get gas for his car. You know, and they're also suing the dump truck driver for negligence because his truck was it was over the limit as far as what it was supposed to be hauling. You know, I mean, it had too much in the back. So all types of stuff. You know, there's a lot, man. You listen to every little detail of this, and you know there's something fishy going on, something strange going on. And one thing that's not mentioned much, all this shit going on, is you know his watch was stolen before this shit happened, right? You know what I'm saying? That night, his watch was stolen. So they believe he was targeted, and then his drink was drugged, and then something happened after that. There's in the mix. More details will come out, but you can just tell. Just take all that in of all those people. I mean, you got freaking restaurants, freaking golf range companies. You got freaking dump truck driver. You got all this shit and a stolen watch and the fact this man was killed crossing the freeway. A lot of fishy things going on. So you know there's something in the mix there. Once they piece it together, we'll find out. But I don't know, Architect. What do you think of all this crap, man?
I don't know. I was kind of reading it. I was reading it as you were explaining it, and then I saw Draymond's mom at the game. I was so confused. But I could see this being a thing. You know what I mean? Maybe, maybe he, didn't want to do some things for certain people or whatever, and blah blah blah, or whatever the case was. But to say that, the big one where you mentioned where they're suing the dump truck driver,
Yes.
I'm sure there's rules and regulations to when it comes to carrying trash and what you can get, how much you can carry, and all that stuff. So to say that you can't simply, I think for that you can't simply be like, oh, I didn't know, because you know what I'm saying, like especially with in today's day and age where there's technology for literally everything, I can wholeheartedly believe that this was like kind of plotted and well thought out, and they
Yeah.
whoever did it thought they were going to get away with it, but like. I mean, the man was only 24. You know what I'm saying? Like, he you know what I'm saying? He didn't even get to live out his life. He was, they were just, I remember they were just saying that, he could possibly be the starting quarterback for the damn Steelers. You know what I'm saying? Because he was playing for the Steelers at the time. To say that all of this is, it's like, for me, is it's kind of like, why? You know what I mean? Like, what could have possibly been so to the point where it's just like, like, what, but yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss for words. And then another part of me is like, what the hell was he into to where people felt like they had to blackmail him and stuff like that? You know what I mean? Like, what's the, like, I just want to, I don't know. I wish there was more information out about it, because it's like, damn, like, for the family to come out and say there's blackmail and robbery conspiracy, like they've got to have some type of lead, some type of facts or something. You know what I mean? Like, I think I don't know, man. I hope this gets situated. I hope we get more information about it, because I mean, let's be realistic, man. A young black man's life was taken. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I hope whatever comes about this case, I hope it comes out publicly. So, you, me, Red and Mike, like we all could, like, we could read upon it and just see what really caused it, what happened, because it's just like, it happened out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I hope there's more information coming out about it. So
Oh, it will.
we'll see.
It's gonna come out. What do you think, Raider Mike?
Yeah, that's a tragedy, to me. I mean, because he was getting himself together and Pittsburgh was going to give him a little chance. And he may have, who knows? He may, I thought that was a perfect fit for him because of the coach, the leadership of the coach. And, he would have got him right. And for that to happen, I knew it was some type of foul play. I just couldn't put a finger on it. I was just thinking about it. I said, well, it just came out of nowhere. I said, what? I said, what's he doing? I was thinking my first thing was that he was drugged, and I don't know, man. This gonna come out. I mean, I bet it's something else to it. There's got to be something more to it. This is what happens to these young men that are targeted. He's targeted because he got money, young, maybe a little naive, thinking people are cool, and they set them up. People set you up, put stuff in your drink, and I think this is the case that the guy got set up and took advantage of, and this leaded to his death. And man, I wanted to see him succeed because coming from Washington they didn't really put much around. They had a couple of things. They didn't really put much into him.
They didn't believe in him for real.
The way that they should have. They didn't do it the way they should have, and then it said he was immature and all that stuff. Man, they just really needed to have the right coach for him, and I think he got the right coach. And it's unfortunate that he didn't get a chance to, live his dream out and get a shot, because who knows? They may have not drafted that quarterback if he would have panned out. If he would have been able to get his stuff together. He had all the intangibles. He had everything.
Yeah.
I'm just puzzled by hearing that stuff when I was reading it and then listening to them say it. I'm like, what? Where did this come from? I said, I knew it had to be something, because there's no way that, you know what I'm saying, that was just an accident. It's just out of nowhere. And he just, you know what I'm saying? I just thought, how did this just come out of nowhere? So it can't be. It's got to be something more to it, right? And now that it's coming out, hopefully the rest of it will come out and somebody will come forward and put these people in jail, bring them to justice, because that ain't cool. I mean, he is a father. I mean, he's a husband, he has a wife, I just, I feel for his family, and, I got kids, I got boys, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's crazy, but that's all I got to say on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a sad situation, man. Like I said, all this stuff is shake out, man. It's the age of information. We have the internet, we got cameras everywhere, we got phones everywhere. So it's gonna be some damn text messages, it's gonna be some video, it's gonna be some shit coming out. Well, I mean, we'll see in due time. The truth will come out. Let's see. Lastly, tonight, we're gonna talk about one of the biggest flips in NFL history. How'd you like to buy a team for $800 million and then sell it for $6.05 billion? That's what Mr. Snyder may do with the Commanders. Bought the team in '99 for $800 million, and there's a deal on the table now. Done for $6.05 billion. It's a preliminary agreement by a group headed up by Josh Harris, who owns the 76ers. The deal's not signed yet. It's it's agreed upon deal, but other people still have a chance to match it or, go beyond that. Team could theoretically sell for even more. There's another group led by Steve Apostolopoulos. And he's still interested in buying a team too. So, and what brought us here was, he was made by the team or made to sell the team for them 42 sexual harassment lawsuits, and the NFL finding them $10 million for a toxic workplace environment. And then, they underreported ticket revenue last year. So they had a bunch of stuff going on, man. Redskins just a corrupt Redskins. My bad. Packers, just a corrupt organization. They had to be sold. So I don't know. I heard Magic Johnson's name is mixed up in there somewhere. Architect Enlighten.
Yeah, Magic Johnson, he's a part of that group with Josh Harris. Also a billionaire from includes Josh Harris in his group includes Mitchell Raleigh or Rails, a billionaire from DC, and Magic Johnson is a part of that group as well. So I really wouldn't. I would
What's Magic?
assume.
Magic gonna have like
I was about to
0.35%
say
of
he
that
probably got a
mug?
minority stake or something like that. Hopefully, it's more. I don't know, but they said the the when you sell a team, like I think like 3/4 of the league gotta agree upon it. Three
Yeah.
quarters of 31 other owners have to agree upon it, and they don't meet again until was it like May 22nd and 23rd in Minneapolis for I think like the owners meeting or whatever. But from what I'm hearing is they would like to get the deal done before they meet next month. So hopefully this goes through because I mean let's be honest, Washington has been a terrible organization. um, but good on. I mean, shit, good
They're
on
the
Magic for
reason.
getting.
They're the reason John Gruden doesn't have a job.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Talking about somebody got Michelin lips or something like that.
Got the Michelin tire lips.
You know what I'm saying? But I'll say hopefully it goes through because as just a football fan, I don't like to see bad organizations. I don't like to see terribly run organizations. I think people who do bad stuff deserve to be punished for the things that they did, like Donald Sterling when he had to sell the Clippers. I think the NFL should have been got rid of Dan Schneider. You know what I mean? Because this has been going on for some years now. We've been hearing Dan Schneider's
They
name a
tried,
lot.
but he been fighting, man. He been fighting for his
Yeah,
team.
you know what I mean? Like, yeah, but he ain't Al Davis, man. No,
Hey,
nah.
it's hard to see that girlfriend go, man.
You know what I'm saying? But hopefully, like I said, hopefully the deal goes through. You know, I hope Magic has enough stake to where he could sprinkle a little something on it. You know what I'm saying? Got a little say or something. Um, yeah, man. I don't know. I think it's about time. It was time for Dan Schneider to go. It's been time for him to go. I just hope the other 31 teams are like, okay, yeah, like we agree. But Dan Schneider might be on some Jeffrey Epstein, like, oh, if I go down, we all going down. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
yeah.
You know
See
what
what
I
happened to
mean? So
Jeffrey.
yeah, exactly. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, man. Because if he got some documents or something on every other owner, he might be sticking around.
Might be like old Nino Brown, huh? Oh,
Mhm.
I got a pocket full of names. What you got, Ready, Mike?
Well, I just think they only need 24 out of the 32 teams to approve it. So that's all they need for them to sell the team. But yeah, this was a long time coming. I think it's going to happen. And we do know he knows a lot of stuff, but I wonder if they going to release them emails, them 600 emails. Now,
Nah,
once
part of the
once he
deal is they gotta burn them.
yeah, they're gonna burn them.
Yeah, right.
I tell you right now, ain't nobody gonna see me near one of those because it's some incriminating stuff. 600 emails, and come on. Yeah, I know there's some stuff on there that's that ain't gonna happen. We don't even want to hear them because I think we really hear some bad stuff that we don't want to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
I really don't think we as people, us as black folks, we want to hear it because
I want to know.
yeah, I want to know too because y'all expose us and everything. Let's expose some of these rich. Why can't they be exposed or some of these high end on standing on top of the mountain and getting knocked off the mountain or a little bit, just a little bit,
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, not a lot, just a little, not a lot. And yes, I mean, I don't know, Daniel, that's the workplace, the toxic and work environment. And I'm like, it was a hostile environment. I mean, it was, oh man, they hiding too much. Yeah, they got, like you said, they got old Gruden fired just to get a little heat off of them. You see, didn't I tell you that was what it was a reflector. Gruden was just, I'm saying, he was just in the wrong place, wrong time, said wrong stuff, you know.
Mhm.
And they just said, we gotta give him something. You know, Godell went to Snyder and said, I'm gonna tell you right now, John, if you don't give me something, I'm gonna have to get rid of you. I'm gonna get rid of you. So we're gonna get rid of you now. You know, that's why they did that. He was a scapegoat. We know that, regardless of the fact that when he said the missing tire lips and all that stuff, you know, he had said the man's lips were so big that they could cool off a pot of gumbo or something. You know what I'm saying? Put some frost on the top of a pot of gumbo. You know, then I'm like, okay, when you say that, it's okay. But when you know what I'm saying. I mean, let's keep it real. I mean, this is the man do got. Hey, we black. We got lips. We got full lip. He got them. You know, he can cool that pot off with one single below. So, I mean, he's a good black dude. I mean, I'm glad to see black men in power and him doing for the NFL. But yeah, that was unwarranted to let that one go. I mean, they could have just gave him something else. They didn't have to, you know. But I don't think that wasn't the most incriminating thing. That was the gay slurs and all. What got him.
He had everything. He had the full gamut.
Yeah, he had. That's what I'm saying. That's what got him removed. That really got him removed. You know.
Yeah, man.
And Washington. So I'm just glad that they hopefully get some good ownership in there and they can get back to respectability. That's all. That's all I can say.
Okay, well, you know, I don't mind. I'm a Cowboys fan. They can keep on fucking up. It's all good.
I was just gonna say, you know, if you're
Yeah.
good friends with Jerry, he's sticking around.
Yes. And with that, everybody sign off this evening.
It's your boy Raider Mike signing off. And we need more of y'all to like, share, and subscribe and support us. What we doing here on this sports movement that we doing. And it's all black. We need y'all support.
Support.
Yeah, man, it's the Young Architect, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share this everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to grow. We need y'all help. Like I said, as always, if there's anything specific you want us to talk about, drop a comment. We'll be sure to read it and look at it and talk about it in a further episode. Till then, I'll see y'all next week.
All right. It's Big G signing out. I'm gonna see y'all next week.